Hi folks, I hope you're enjoying Steam Next Fest. I'm Luke Hughes, I'm the project lead for Burden of Command. And true confessions, though I bet you're going to figure it out fast. I'm not a streamer, I just got the equipment. So I'm going to do terribly wrong things, like I'm thinking, oh my god, I bet it's terribly bad etiquette to drink while you're talking. Well, drink probably is, but tea in this case. On the other hand, I'm going to try to speak to you honestly about the nature of Burden, some of the design considerations, and the vision that's motivated the team across these years. And in that spirit, let's get going here. What is Burden of Command? Well, I hope it's something new, a leadership RPG to handle the emotional, the tactical, the psychological aspects of being a company commander in World War II. And we hope that we're going to give you something at least points towards the authentic experience, though it can't be that. We're going to model the psychological battlefield. We're going to put you in Burden of Command decisions. We're going to try to connect pretty strongly to people in the past, the vets, and to the history, and therefore give you what Forbes called an interactive Band of Brothers experience. But you'll have to judge. So, first, let's play a scenario. This is in the demo, by the way, which you can get, and it's publicly available on our Steam page. We're going to play Bardenberg today. Here are some of the portraits done by well-known portrait artists and general artists for Total War, Marius Kozak. You may meet some of these people. Some you'll only meet if some of your characters die. So we're in Bardenberg, which is 5th of October, 1944. Germany and snow. Starting to feel unpleasant. Okay, now, what we're about to see here is an actual vet that we have an interview clip from that bears in the scenario. Remember, we want to be authentic. We want to connect you to the people in the past. We want to connect you to the history. And let's let Merle speak for himself here.
Well, it was a bad time. I just don't remember it.
But you were fired on then.
Well, everything else, and it was so cold. You know, like I say, if you're wounded, in so many cases, the wound itself was not what killed you. You froze to death. And you'd see the people along, and the soldiers froze along the road. They couldn't get to cover.
If I can be frank, too many games of their fun treat war as a power trip. Bang, 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 you run around, kill everything in sight, you're all powerful. If you die, you instantly are reborn. A little bit in the spirit of what Merle's saying here, we want to connect you to some of the realities, obviously at a distance, but we hope more than is typical. So, let's continue. Let's start. Armored Rush. 5th of October, 1944. Bardenberg, near the German border. White snow falls. Black smoke rises. American tanks burn. 5th Armored rush straight into heavy German fire. Well, fuck, First Sergeant Grant says from beside you. No arty, no machine guns, and now no tanks. Do we still advance, Captain? Now, by the way, Sergeant Grant, which you can see here, while we don't have we're an indie, we're not funding full voice for everything, you'll hear him sometimes on the battlefield for the Barks, and he is played by Shane Taylor, who was a medic in Band of Brothers, something we're excited about. This is a photo, of course, from the real war. We have a set of volunteers, historical media team, who have colorized 1,500 images as carefully and historically as we can muster. I'm sure there'll be inadequacies. If you don't like that, though we think it connects you to the past, we have non-colorized versions you can turn on. See these little books here? These are bookmarks that connect you to the history. The M4 tank of Sergeant George K. Cuthbert, Jr., Company C, of the 741st Tank Battalion, burns in the midst of the intersection of Karl-Heinz-Strasse and Zeckoscherche, okay, my German's not up to that street, in Leipzig, Germany. 18th of April, 1945. Really close to the end of the war. The entire crew perished. Image, and who we also give credit was taken. There are more comments over here. I'm not going to put you through all that right now, but it's always there if you want to connect to what actually happened, not just what you're experiencing in a quote-unquote game. So, it doesn't sound good, does it? And I, by the way, have not really played this scenario before. I know parts of it. I've seen some of the YouTubers who have been showing it, some of the streamers, but it's my first shot. so I know a few things, but I'm pretty confident the scenario designer is going to have fun watching me screw up. So, we have our orders. I want to pick here options. Turn towards my remaining officers. Well, I like options, so I'm leaning towards that one. We got to strike while the iron's hot, Lieutenant Wilson says. This is Lieutenant Wilson. The man certainly is working hard amidst his Second World War. He's got an interesting backstory, by the way. Both platoons move up under cover, side by side, and we've got a shot. The deeper in the woods, the better it would seem, Lieutenant Dearborn notes. He's both Academy trained and Virginia raised. I'm Virginian myself. My dad was Virginian. He was a World War II vet, by the way. So again, this connection, we have many vets on the team. We care about trying to get this authentic where we can. But anyway, I'm going to... Now here's where I'll fail authentic, trying to have a Virginia accent. But I can do it a little bit, I think. Academy trained and Virginia raised, and his voice holds a ring of certainty. If we were to make a wide turning motion against their flank, then they must yield the position. And here he is, Dearborn. He's always pretty self-confident. Well, if we follow Dearborn, we'll do a flanking attack. Or we can do a direct attack, which Wilson's advocating. Put the platoons together. Or, not too unwise, actually. We can seize the moment, react. Eisenhower, by the way, said that you plan for battle, and then when the battle starts, you throw out the plans, which sounds crazy. But what he means is, think about it, have a plan, but be ready to react to opportunities and threats. So I think this is actually non-incoherent, but I still like to start with a plan, like he argued. We must keep both platoons together. I'm going to go with Wilson here, because I like what the Germans called Schwerpunkt, the concentration of force. Don't disperse your effort. I would prefer a wide turning action, Captain, Dearborn says, but perhaps our stalwart tankers merely lack the finesse necessary to drive the Germans out. I imagine that Dearborn thinks he's the one who can provide that finesse. Now, on the left here, we have something quite important to the game. The game's called Burden of Command. What is the burden of command? We think it's really two central things. Your responsibility, obviously, to the mission. Most games emphasize that. Seize the objective, like here. But, more subtly, a responsibility to your men. It's April 1945. The war is almost over. Nobody wants to die, but especially nobody wants to die at this stage when they might be actually going home and survive in this war. So, we have a men victory condition, suffer no more than light casualties, as well as a mission victory condition. And as you might imagine, these are almost always in tension. To achieve the mission, you might fail the men condition, and sometimes you might choose not to do the objective, we hope, in order to keep your men alive. Well, that's Wilson. And that's Dearborn. I think I see a little error in the portrait there. We still have bugs, believe me, but we're working through it. It's really helping people who are trying the demo and uploading when things have problems, if you get a crash or something. So please do that. Now, boy, I just suck as a salesperson. Hey, upload crashes. Well, I think you can see at least I'm an honest person here, not schwarmy. Okay. Would my 15-year-old agree? Anyway, let's keep going. So here's our, remember, we're an RPG. Here's our band of brothers, our role-playing team. Our characters, though, are, here is myself, here's Wilson, and here's Dearborn. And they're each of them, let's look at him. Dearborn's in charge of these two squads, his platoon. Wilson's in charge of these two squads, and I'm the captain. Now, what's my name, by the way? I am Captain Unnamed. Well, that doesn't sound much fun. Why don't we have a little fun with that? How about Captain Doomed? Maybe not. Let's try to be somewhat sober. Captain Sober. Ooh, that's sounding way too much like Captain Sobel. And let's pick this guy. Though, actually, this is from an individual who paid for the portrait to be in the game because he's so enthusiastic. So let's honor him today and put his picture in. Alright, I'm no longer Captain Unnamed, I'm happy. I'm Captain Sober. Let's hope I'm sober. Well, Wilson wants to go not directly at the objective, which is here, which is a stone building, and German-held, and, my guess is literally German-held. Good way to die is to run across the open, so we're not going to start that way, but I think we'll do what Wilson's suggesting, which will probably concentrate force and try to move along the edge of the woods so we get some terrain advantage, we get some cover, and yet we can close in the enemy, put some fire down on them. So, now mechanics. So as you can see, we've got, indicated over here, a squad in Wilson activated, and we could move, of course, since I'm such an amateur, I have a phone alarm going off, wouldn't you know? You know I'm no pre-planned video. So we can move in these two squares, but I'm going to use our first leadership action. You see these green dots? These are essentially action points. We call them orders. The squad has 3 for moving, for shooting, for a few other things. The leader has a lot more because he's got to activate squads, he's got to rally them, bolster, and manage, remember, that psychology, the morale of the units on the battlefield. This game is all about managing morale. Yours, keeping it up, and keeping the enemies down. And we'll see how that plays out. Now, let's start with the leadership action. This is called bolster. Bolster gives a sort of one action pump, a buff, and you can see a projection what it's going to do, and you can notice more shields appeared. This is allowing you to move further.
Break out the ammo.
It's also really good if you're firing. So we're going to move further. Now, I'm actually reaching the first real decision from me as a player, not just trying to entertain you. I could go all the way down here. What do you think the odds are that Germans or Hank and now, I'm sorry, Steve and Paul, that you have put together something horrible in here? I have a feeling you probably have. I'm sorry, I should have said Steve and Alan. I'm not going to fall for that. I'm going to, ooh, that's in the clear. Okay, let's waypoint that so I can be a little more subtle and try to skirt the objective. And also maybe I can get a spot on that, the building down there.
Hop to it.
Ooh, I like that. I got there. Ha! Stephen Allen, I seem to be okay. Let's bring up my other squad. I can't bolster them because the leader's not there. So you can see an immediate effect. Not having the leader there is making me less effective. In fact, I can't even get into the woods here. Oh boy, now I'm a little nervous. Whew. If I end up hearing somebody has line of sight of me, it's going to get ugly. You can check line of sight. Let's try this. Just by clicking any random hex, there's also a dedicated line of sight tool. Oh boy, it can see that. That's really bad. For instance, they are over here. Yeah, like I said, to be blocked by the woods, but sure. Oh, the building's on a hill. I get it. Oh, very clever, guys. That's not good. Is it on a hill? No, but it's got a nice line of sight. I think I did that a little wrong. It's not showing line of sight now. I wonder if I clicked this X before. In any case, if I go straight down, it's not going to be in their line of sight. So let's try that. Can't go all the way. Let's go one. Okay, I'm still alive, and I have 2 orders. So, oh, I see a little, boy, you know, it's terrible playing as a dev. You instantly see 6,000 problems like that overlapping that on the list. Okay, so I'll join him here. Boy, though, this can use up my last order. No, I've got 3 orders because these guys are veteran. 3 stars. Yeah, let's go in and keep Wilson company. That way Wilson could help him. It's good to keep your platoon together, right? The leader can bolster, rally, direct fire, etc. Okay, things are going well. Now I could push my luck, get in here. I just have a bad feeling if I go one more hex, what's going to happen? So I think we're going to hold with Wilson here, and we're going to start bringing Dearborn's troops up. Now, something we do a little differently. You don't move all your units at once in the game. You go in what we call leader rounds, meaning a given platoon, in this case Wilson, you can see up here, is leading, is in charge. And I cannot, though there's some tricks I can do with the captain later, move Dearborn's troops, see, inactive and can't be used. Why do we do this strange mechanic? Why can't you move everything at once? Well, we're trying to do what some board games call impulses. So shuffle back and forth between one leader and the next and give you the sense that you're not all powerful, that you have to restrict yourself to a given leader, and most importantly, give the enemy a vote. This is probably going to be a relatively passive enemy in this game, but in principle, the enemy might want to do something at the same time we're doing something. So we don't do everything at once. We do sort of back and forth, so there's a little more simultaneity of fighting. So let's keep the turn going. We'll end this lead around. Good, nothing from the Germans. So now we can activate Wilson. Let's, I want to move him up pretty fast. because I want to reinforce Wilson. So let's bolster, get some nice movement. I'm going to come right over here. It feels like, boy, feels like it's pretty safe. I'm just waiting to be surprised. Ha! Oh! Steel remnants. A message from Wilson's platoon hurries over to your command post. Captain, the busted up tanks. Wilson says they're still wounded in them, he blurts out. Oh crap. Now this is burden of command, right? You've got a men. These men are wounded and who knows how badly it's going for them. Gonna die potentially in the tanks. But I've got the mission, the objective to carry out. Forgo the details or listen close. Well, I think knowing more is always useful. The messenger lays it all out for you. As expected, it isn't pretty. The wounded are dying, but the fight isn't over. Fight now, medics later. Plan to rescue the tankers. You can add a secondary objective. Detail men to coax the tankers to cover. Well, boy, we could go rescue. Let's plan to do it. But I want to keep the focus now because, you know, if we get driven off here, the tankers are not going to be helped anyway. But, see, this is burden of command. Somebody may die because I'm making this decision. Very good job, Alan, writer. All right. Let's plan to rescue the tankers. It's a hell of a thing to ask a man to step in the line of fire for a guy he doesn't know, Grant says. But they'll try if you give the order, Captain. Okay. Let's hope that's not the tank. Oh, boy.
Stay low and move!
All right. So you can see we have a new objective, rescue the tankers. But we're going to concentrate first clearing Germans. I don't want to get our men cut down, as they say, go try to rescue the tankers. All right, let me save the game in case something happens. There we go. I think we've got, Dearborn's got some more squads to move. So let's get his other squad up. That looks good. Let's move him up. Used one order. You can see the order being used. He's got one more. Oh, look, his squads are not quite as veteran. They're 2 orders, 2 stars. So Wilson's platoon is our strongest. Now me, I'd like to, there's not a lot of space for me to move up in right now. I could go check on the tankers, but all by myself, who knows what will happen. I like being on the hill here. The captain can do a lot of unusual things like order artillery, give extra orders, to men that need support, things like that, help coordinate platoons. I think right now we're gonna stay steady. Oh, you know, I could creep to better position. That's an interesting idea. But I am definitely on a hill. I like keeping visibility right now. So I think we're just gonna pass and not use the captain. Be a little conservative, especially in case something happens. All right, so Wilson, let's look at his men. He could move forward a little bit more. I've got Dearborn in support here, and we've only got 8 turns. I think I can take a little more risk here. So let's just move forward 1. This veteran squad will still have capacity, as will Wilson. So if something unpleasant happens, I'm in a position to do something. Well, this is going extremely well. Should I push my luck here? I just don't trust these designers. I know how sneaky they can be. Let's, where's Wilson's other squad? Let's find that. Let's get them moving up. Boy, they're a little out of position. Why don't I bring them down the road here so they can be behind? I can get all the way in here. There we go. I see where they were. By the way, it's a little hard with all the woods. You can always turn bases on to see things better. I might do that, but it's not, I hate it. It doesn't look as pretty. Okay, so Wilson, I think he's spent. The gray means that squad's spent. The other one's still available, and I think let's not push our luck. That seems to be my theme this game. Okay, let's do similar. Let's get Dearborn's crew coming up some more. I think keeping the forces concentrated. Okay, do I dare? I've got 2 orders each here. I think I'm going to risk moving 1 more forward. Okay, and gosh, I could even go 1 more. Boy, that is really pushing it. I think I'm going to stop. See, if you leave an order for the guys, they have op fire, meaning essentially, you know, they can react. If the Germans show up or do something, they'll be able to fire on them and intercept them when they do something. So let's stop here. I might even, can I bring up, let's bring the captain up now. I want a waypoint here so I don't get surprised. Good. Okay, I'm feeling pretty good here. I may give you guys a hard time. Maybe I'll beat this scenario. Yeah, maybe I'm the dev. Could this be overconfidence? We're going to pass the turn. Wilson still getting in gear. Dearborn is not in position. And the Germans are still resisting. Battalion calling in. First Sergeant Grant says and offers over the handset. Artillery is up. Oh, I like the sound of that. Okay. So, your captain usually has access to artillery. So, let's see. Yes, there it is. What do we got here? Oh, we got, a lot of 105s. Those are quite devastating, potentially. And we could lay smoke. That's very, very interesting. It looks like I've got 2 missions. That means shots of just attack artillery and 1 of smoke. I want to see what my visibility is. Actually, let's make it even more clear. Let's pick 105. Now you see, because of my angle, I can't see the house, which I'd love to blow up. So I can't use this artillery yet. You know, I probably should have stayed in the house up here, and then I would have it. So I made a mistake. Okay, guys, you got me one mistake. I got too aggressive here, just keeping everybody together. Well, it's a little embarrassing. I think I'm going to actually feel so stupid. I'm going to run back to the building and position myself to fire the artillery. Okay, let's waypoint. Oops, I made a mistake there. And I took the squad. Brilliant. Okay, let's just take the... You can see I'm not as practiced as I should be. Let's just send me back into the house. Just the captain. We'll pretend the lieutenants didn't see me do that inept move. Sorry, squad. Let's change their facing around, so in case something unpleasant happens, that's for free. Let's go back to me. Let's try to do that artillery now. Plus the artillery sound. Oh, I like this. Okay. Now, in the real war, you didn't get instant reaction. You had to call in on the radio. It had to go up, get approval. It wasn't going to come in quickly necessarily. So we try to point at that by not having the artillery land instantly, typically. And so we've got to wait a turn. But I'm really glad to have that in position. All right? Now, the captain doesn't lock down a leader round. I'm still free to do... He's very flexible. I'm still free to move ahead with the rest of them. So where's Dearborn? And let's check his other squad. Yeah, I see. Okay. Let's go back to moving him forward. I'm doing pretty well. I've got 8 turns here. I think I can just move forward slowly. Hope things go well.
Trust God in this.
Oh, Lord. Oh, boy. Wow. Wow. I am saying wow. I'm not just trying to be entertaining here. That's not good at all. 2 German squads. Let's try to show that a little bit with the bases. You can see them now. Oh, boy. Wow. That's really bad. I'm glad I didn't do it last turn. I still have orders. Wow. What am I going to do here? These are threatened hexes. The Germans, they've got 2 German squads. Let's take a look at these guys. There's 1. There's another. You don't get to know a lot, but there's 2. Wow, they were prepared for me, weren't they? Okay, it's Dearborn's impulse. I'd like to get Wilson's troops up too, but let's see what more I can do with Dearborn. So, check on my other squad. If I don't do something now, the Germans are going to just pound me next turn. But I need some force up to support me. I think it's time to show using the captain. So, a little risky, but let's do it. Okay, so I'm going to take this Wilson squad over here. And normally I'm not allowed to use them, but I'm going to use this thing called Take Command. And this is going to allow, watch the captain up here. He's going to use an order to activate Wilson's squad. So I'm moving one of Wilson's group. Ooh, it's into fire. Jeez, I'll creep. Okay, I'll creep, which means they can't op-fire me, get that shot on, and I might not be spotted by new Germans. Okay, this is definitely getting more interesting. I was thinking it's going just too easily. Okay, so that's good. Now, in my position to fire, I am. I guess it's light wood right here. But I really like to bolster him, because his fire will be much more effective. Though this guy looks like he's weak. Why is that? Oh, I'm on a height below. I'm looking at the combat display down there. Let's get that going again. He's below, and he's firing me. I've got cover and his cover, but I'm surprising him. Oh, I crept. Wow. Yes, I was clever and I didn't even realize it. Because I snuck, he hasn't seen me. There's a little icon here that will show if you're hidden or not, but let's not get into too much detail today. He hasn't seen me, so I'm going to surprise him. I'm going to hit him from above. I don't have to have somebody bolstering me. This is great. I'm going to be able to get going now. You can see the combo effects. Alright, I fired first. They fired back, kind of like Panzer Generals both ways. That yellow 0, that's suppression. That reduces your morale and your effectiveness. But I only took a 0, so I'm fully in shape. These guys are red. That's very good, because they're ripe for assault. Fortunately, I'm out of orders with Wilson. This is actually getting pretty interesting for me, just as a gamer, because I want to get up and whack these guys. I could do it with Wilson and his squad, but then these guys will hit me back. Let's see if I can beat up these guys first, and then maybe I can do a double play here and clear them up. Now, I'm close up. I could beat these guys up again, but they're already red. Oh, I didn't explain morale. Green is good morale, yellow is sort of medium, and red is, as you might guess, bad morale. And these Germans are bad morale, but these guys are green. Now, if I were to attack, look at this attack compared to the last one. The red over here, the donut down here, let's show that again, is initiative. I would probably lose first fire. I'd have to study why. And that would be ugly. So I was lucky with Wilson. Wilson's running the better squads, that's probably why. Dearborn is not. That's why I'm not just in a great setup here. So, but luckily, it is Dearborn's round, and I am able to bolster here. And bolster's really important for winning the firefight, because basically you're getting the leader to direct fire. Let's look at that again. Ah! That turned things around. Now we're talking. All right. Feeling good now. I took some amount of suppression. Ooh, they took a casualty. That's good. That's good. Okay. And I gained quite a bit of experience there. The squad's used up. We took some stress from seeing. This is a subtlety. Back to authenticity. Studies show that you take stress not just from your own men dying, but from seeing the enemy die up close. You may remember that happened to Captain Winters in the Netherlands and Band of Brothers. And we model that. That's why that little stress came up, even though we didn't actually take any damage. Okay, these guys are red too. Okay, but my problem is I'm out of orders. I'm going to press, which allows me to get an extra order out of a squad, and use them in the same turn. But they're going to be tired. I won't be able to do that again for a while. Unfortunately, I've used up Wilson's orders. But they're active, so I can still do this. I'm going to assault. Okay, guys. Hoping for the best here. I'm feeling pretty good. That yellow means they may not do the assault. It's a lot to ask them. They're going to do a morale check. They may not do it, in which case things will get ugly for me. Adjacent to Germans. Didn't succeed. But if they do, they pass morale check, and I can't bolster them again because Dearborn's used up. Remember, it's so easy to use up all your orders. And I've used up all Dearborn's orders. I should have thought more carefully. But you know I'm streaming. This is a thinking game. I should have planned a little bit better, but I think I got excited. Anyway, let's hope I get lucky here. Here we go. Am I going to pass a morale check? Come on. Oh my god. I failed the morale check. See, that's what I get for not planning and thinking it out. If I had another bolster available with Dearborn, I could have probably passed a morale check, because the morale would have gone up from the bolster. Then I would have assaulted, and I'd have a German squad out. Instead, I'm spent right next to him. Oh boy. Okay. And they're spent too. Is that true? Yeah, they're spent too. Dang. I was doing really well. Well, the good news is they're both suppressed, so they're not big threats right now, but I can't finish them off with an assault. It's still Dearborn's round, and Dearborn's used up, so all I've got left is things I could do with the captain. I could use the captain's orders. He's only got, what's he got? One order left. Ooh, I'd like to keep that. I think we're going to have to pass. Oh boy, what are the Germans going to do? Yeah, I was afraid of that. I should have probably won that though. They're already pretty beat up, so they're being aggressive, but probably not as strong as they could be. Oh, where's that coming from? Oh my gosh, there are Germans in the building. You know, I'm not faking the excitement. I'm actually enjoying this. I never get to play. I'm always doing bugs. This is a kick. Boy, I am so not a disinterested party. Now, we see a question mark there. So we know the German's in there, but we don't actually know what they are exactly. Because, it's hard to see through a stone wall. So, I just got whacked by... I think I heard machine guns. So, what's my morale? Wow. I'm half morale. I'm yellow. I'm worse than half morale. Okay. Things are not looking nearly as good now. I was feeling cocky for a few moments here. Damn it. Wow. What am I going to do? Well, it's my turn again. What have I got left? Let's look at Wilson's. And yes, I'm a father. I got to pick up my son pretty soon at soccer. In case I'll have to finish this tomorrow. Well, I'm definitely not a professional streamer. But I hope you guys are having fun. I'm having fun, actually. I should just play this game more. Anyway, to be serious, I've got one squad left. Let's look at where that squad is. Okay, I could bring them down. Let me show the bases. I'm having a little trouble spotting. Oh, I see him now. Okay, there he is. Right. I could bring him down. I'm sure he'll be cut down if that's a machine gun or whatever it is down there. I need him in the woods down here. But he won't get very far. Okay, I have a plan. I'm going to move the captain over here. I'm going to bolster him. Oh, you know what? I've moved out of spotting range. I'm responsible for spotting the artillery. And so that artillery is probably not going to land next turn. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, I'm not impressed by myself anymore. I felt cocky for a while. Now I'm feeling inadequate. There's a lot to keep in your head here. Which was deliberate for me as a designer. I was trying to make sure you always had many options. Sid Meier said interesting decisions are ones, I think, where you want to do more than you can and you have to make choices. So I tried to put you in that, and I got caught there. I ran out of orders now, and I didn't plan. Look at that. Look at that. I have no orders left to bolster these guys. Wow. Not impressed by myself right now. Okay. Let's at least move up to be supportive. And I've got one more action. Let's join Wilson. That seems sober. Hey, I'm sober. Alright, that seems like a movie joke. Okay. Oh, boy. So I'm gray. Look at me. A lot of spent. I've got a yellow. You can just see the yellow morale there around the identification on the right of that guy. I've got Wilson coming up. At least the good news here is I've beaten these Germans down. But the German machine gun down here, he's going to beat me up. Let's see what happens. Oh, good. No more from him. I guess maybe he's spent. What have I got left? I've got Wilson left. He's got, oh, Wilson's got a lot of orders left. That's interesting. I wonder if these guys are tired. Could I press them? In any case, let's move Wilson up. Yeah, that guy's spent. I wonder if I could do a press here. I have to check. Oh, this could be cool. Press him. Okay, I brought the squad back to life, so to speak. I'm going to be careful here. I've got 3 orders left for Wilson. I'm going to be a little more careful now. I'm going to bolster. Get these guys ready for an assault and get enough movement to hopefully reach those Germans. Oh yeah. And now let's try an assault. Can I try? I have nobody. Damn, I don't have range. I should have been a little more careful checking it. Don't have range to these Germans. Damn. Is that true? Wait. No, I do. I didn't have the squad selected. Okay. Let's assault. Here we go. This will be our first assault. In World War II, most units were not killed by gunfire, at least small arms fire. Artillery is a different matter. You had to do the 4 Fs. You had to suppress them, find them, fix them, flank them, and finish. Now, it's going to be too tricky to flank here. I don't really want to get into position with threat and hex from probably the machine gun. But I'm doing most of it. So units are not going to just die from shooting. They'll be down behind walls or trees. So you have to get there and assault them. I bolstered, so we're likely to pass it. These are a veteran squad, and I should stop talking. We should see what's going to happen. Come on, guys. Come on. Oh, you're kidding me. Oh my god, I'm having bad luck. That one I should have passed. I probably had like a 90% chance. And I press it. Wow. I think this game has too much RNG. It's unfair. Hey, what is this chaos and war? I'm going to go make it all certain, at least if it's me playing. Alright, I've got to go in a moment. Let's see if we can finish the turn. and then I'll finish this tomorrow. But I hope you guys are having fun. You'll, of course, I'll be back and just keep playing. So it will be continuous from your standpoint. Well, I'm all gray everywhere. Yeah. How's the squad doing? I can't rally them now because they've moved this turn, I think. Yeah, can't do it. Damn. I'd like to bring the morale back up, but that takes a whole turn. They have to be fresh, unused. Okay, so I'm going to stop for now. I hope you get the idea. We respect the organizational nature of infantry command, their platoons and company. You move and lead rounds. You're managing the morale of the men. There's obviously a lot of fog of war. Your captain's kind of an ace in the hole. He can do extra orders and coordinate across, say, Wilson and Dearborn here. The experience and combat readiness of, say, Wilson's platoon versus Dearborn's matters. And you've got a lot of tactical choices around press and rally and bolster. And boy, you got to count your action points carefully, as I'm really learning here. So, you can't just run at things. I wish I'd had a little more luck on morale checks. I do feel good about getting these Germans here suppressed. I think I can hang on and pull this off, but it's not in the bag, and I really don't like this unsuppressed German here. But hopefully the artillery is going to get him. Okay, I'm going to stop, but from your standpoint, I'll be back shortly, meaning tomorrow, and we'll continue this. And designers, I'm having fun. I really, for me at least, I hope the audience is. Hi folks, I'm back. It's been no time for you, but a day for me, and just remind myself and you of the situation. I've encountered the Germans, both, I think, down here in the house, probably machine gun. I'm close up and personal. Luckily, I've suppressed them. The red morale, very important to manage morale. My morale is still good. You can see green here. I made a stupid move with getting out of spotting range here, so my artillery will probably not be useful. Big mistake. And we're moving up, and we've got Wilson's plan going. So let's keep going here. I really don't have much. I'm looking around for non-gray. I've got one order left on Wilson. I just don't have much capacity left. Let's just check my platoons. Let's look at Wilson's. I'm looking over at the left. Yes, all spent. Oh boy, Dearborn was spent. I think we have to just go to the next turn. And I think we're going to that option 3, which is sort of react intelligently, I hope, since the plan's a little messed up now. No plan survives encounter with the enemy, right? I'm going to pass one more time. Here we go. Oh, snow, mud, and the enemy. The usual. The attack continues despite German resistance. Let's just do a little history note. I'm curious myself. Machine gun section from 1st Battalion, 30th Infantry Regiment moves into concealed position. Oh, this is very appropriate. In snow-covered terrain during a training problem. Image taken near Saint-Ouen, France in 12th November 1944. Thanks to Albert Gretz. Yeah, this game has gotten me quite connected to these photos because I can relate a little bit to their experience now. Okay, so hold the objective. Well, that seems safe. I still haven't taken this objective, but that's going to surely take fire. I'm going to wait on that, and I've got to take this. And I've got the Germans, and look, they've got orders. They're bright red again. I've got orders, but luckily I'm top of the turn. Right. So, this is ideal, right? They're both red, and I'm ready to go. Okay, Dearborn, we can make this happen. And now remember, assault, let's look at assault. It looks good right now, but I could fail my morale check, just because these are not, veteran troops. They're trained. They only have, I think, yes. Oh no, these are the veterans. So, but still, always good idea to bolster for an assault. If in doubt, bolster. Okay. And now, hopefully we can see a successful assault. Let's include Dearborn. Red hexes indicate assault. It's still giving me a dicey chance to pass a morale check. Not quite sure why that would be. Oh, I have a bit of a negative morale mod. I must be a little more suppressed than I realized. Okay, here we go. Come on, pass a morale check. Oh my good lord, I'm having terrible luck. Let's try again. These guys, I'm almost shocked at this. Maybe it's Dearborn himself, because his morale is down. That's an interesting idea. Alright, in fact, he's spent now, so I'm just going to do the squad by itself. Let's get him selected. There's no one to command them. That's interesting. I shouldn't need, that might be a bug. I shouldn't need to command them again, but let's bring in the captain, and let's Run the assault. Remember, you can bring in the captain from a distance. It's not of his. Come on, pass, for God's sake. Oh, yes. Finally. Yes. All right. We had no resistance. They surrendered and gained nice experience. They hit us as we're moving in. Clever AI. But it's so suppressed. Well, I was going to say so suppressed we didn't take any casualties. But German squads are tough. They have MGs 42 intrinsic, which are a very tough machine gun. Really do have a chance of injury, and adjacent's always bad. So our squad has taken 2 casualties. There have been suggestions from the audience in the past and playtesters to name, like Close Combat did, all the soldiers. We'd love to do that, by the way. Right now, though, we're focusing on connecting at least to the leaders and a few of the enlisted, because if we try too many names and too many characters, we won't bond, because, you know, our minds can only do so many people at a time, like in a novel. So that's our plan. Now, back to the fight. That's really good. He's got 1 order left. Maybe this squad can do all my work for me. Yeah, he's activated now. I think we're going to go for it again. Come on, let's clean these people up.
Shit.
Wow, I'm just having terrible luck. Okay. They really don't want to do the assaults. Okay. That was Dearborn. Now, I'm very concerned this guy will get rallied again, this German, on their turn. I don't want to give him time to recover, right? When the enemies are falling back or reeling, hit him hard. So this is again where I'll use the captain. I can't use Wilson right now because it's Dearborn's round. You can see up here it's Dearborn's leader round, right? You can't do everything at once. It's hard to coordinate platoons, different platoons. But the captain, again, can help. Watch the captain. We'll lose an order when I do this. Okay, let's take command. Let's do an assault. I can't bolster because I can't use Wilson here. If I'd had the captain up, I could have been clever. And let's see what we get here. Oops, let me take command. Assault. All right. Damn. They're out of range. I was wondering why I couldn't. Oh, wait. I'm trying to get these guys. No, they're still out of range. Because I can't bolster them and the woods are slow. All right. We're going to have to do this a harder way. We've only got 1. Oh, that squad's yellow. Damn. They're yellow. That's fine. That reduces their movement. When your morale goes lower, like yellow versus red or green, you start to lose movement points. You start to not fight well. So you could see I was ignoring their morale. I was so excited about getting the squad. You've always got to be paying attention. Maybe this squad could do it. I'm going to... Okay. Well, before I forget, I want to bring the cap... Now I've got a nice leadership decision. I could bring the captain down here to help, but... I'm wondering if I got back to the house, could I still get that artillery? On the other hand, it's a new turn, and maybe too late. I think I'm not going to worry about the artillery now. I'm going to come down here and try to help. So first, let's get this squad out of the way. Ideally, we'd sit here and rally them, but I just need them out of the way right now. Okay, so. Okay, good. Right, now we're going to be... Oh, jeez. We're up on the hill, and it is a German machine gun. Yep, what I was afraid of. How badly did that hit? What? Oh, they panicked! They panicked, and they ran towards the enemy. Interesting. And, yeah, they're red. Wow. Now, here we have this. Actually, I'm happy about this, even though it's not good for me as a player. This is chaos of war, right? These guys have panicked. They've run essentially in front of me. Very strange. I wonder why they reasoned that way. But they did, and... Now they're blocking my movement. Okay, plan Z. So, I think I'm going to get that artillery. I'm going to go back to having captain over here. Good spotting. And, oh boy, you know, yes, stupid. Stupid me. Ah, I got hit by the German fire, but I'm undaunted because I have good morale, which means I resist too much suppression. So it hit me a bit, but not horribly. And I'm going to redo the artillery, and this time I'm going to stay there. All right, next turn. That could really make a difference. Meantime, I think we're going to be a little more conservative. It's Wilson's turn. Has he got any squads left? He's got these guys here. They've got 3 orders. These guys are not spent yet. Damn, they're veteran. They've got 3 orders too. I was hoping I could run across the field. And I've got those guys in the tanks, too, to help. Man, it's getting a little overwhelming, which is good. There are a lot of different decisions to make here. I need to think for a moment. I can move up under Wilson. And on Wilson's turn, this Wilson's squad, I think I'm pushing too hard here. My captain's used up. There's not, let's look at Dearborn. That's actually who's active. See, he's down here. He can't activate the squad. Yeah, basically, I've used up Dearborn because I'm racing around doing things, and I can't use the rest of the platoon, though I could use, and I can't use my captain anymore, so I need to pass. And unfortunately, right, give the enemy a chance to do some things, right? They get a vote too. I'd love to go and do Wilson stuff, but it's not going to work right now. Man, German machine guns working me over. Boy, if they kill the captain, it'd be really bad. But I'm in decent cover. So I'm going to hang on, and hopefully I'll be artillery spotter next turn. That's my big strategic objective. I've still got 3 turns out of 8. I've got time. Now, Wilson's up. Okay, let's look at Wilson's platoon. He's got a good order platoon right behind him. He's in good shape. And his other platoon is spent. The one, I think, who panicked. Let's see if that's true. Yeah, the one who panicked. Okay. Sorry, I got to think for a moment. This is the thinking man's game. That's tactical. That German machine gun is used up. I could move these guys across to the tanks, see how they're doing, and also start to close in these guys. It's just, there's so much going on in here. It'd be very tricky to get in here. I think that's an interesting decision to make. I'd love to bolster them to get across the road, but should I move Wilson over there? No, I want Wilson to come down here and help in this assault eventually, and these guys need to be rallied. So we're just going to order this guy, which will take an order from Wilson, and I think I'm going to run across the road. There's one more German squad here. I'm screwed, but I guess it's a little bit like Band of Brothers and the lieutenant who ran, Spears, he just ran across the road. Let's try it. Boy, this could make me look really stupid.
Right across an open
Come on, guys.
field.
Come on. Very good on the barks. Right across an open field. You're absolutely right. That was not clever. I want the bases off a little while for fun. Okay, looks a little nicer. Yes. Okay, they got to those tanks. Let's move up. Oh, damn, if I'd put Wilson with him, I could bolster now. I might have been able to close and assault this machine gun. Oh, I'm very tempted to be very aggressive here. Let's try it. This could really change the whole scenario. Okay. All right, and I'm going to try to assault these guys. They're spent. In a perfect world, by the way, one thing I'd like to do is what's called there's a board game called Band of Brothers. They have something like emergency op fire, which is if you get adjacent, they get a morale check to try to get a last shot. I'd love to do that. If you guys support us and we do well, there's many things we want to do. This is our first effort, but we'll keep improving. All right, so here we go. I'm not bolstered. Decent chance to fail this assault morale check, but I am 3 stars, so I'm moderately hopeful. Oh, you're kidding me. I'm not in range. Must be the house and up the hill. Oh, gosh. Darn it. Okay, I'm going to settle for second best. Ooh, that firefight. I'll probably lose that. Their machine gun on the hill. I think I'm just going to close in. Oh, boy. It's not great cover here. These shields. I'll have to wait for next turn. If I'd brought Wilson, if I'd brought a leader, I could have pressed, I could have closed, and I could have finished this machine gun. See, leaders are so important. If I had committed him to this assault as opposed to this half-ass with one squad, I think I'd be winning here, and I could show off to Steve Overton, lead designer, and Alan. But instead, I'm looking like a rookie. I left Wilson behind. You just really got to think about where you commit the leaders, and I didn't. Okay, still, it's developing very interesting here. Okay. You can see there's a reason I did this game. I really want to play games like this. If I wasn't doing bugs all the time, I'd be playing these scenarios. They're great. Yeah, no bias here. Okay, so what have I got left? I think the Germans, I don't think I have a lot of Germans to deal with, but I'm spent here. I'm spent here. The captain, I'm all done. Wow, time's starting to run by fast now. Yes! Oh, no! bad news. Okay. These are the Nebelwerfer. Was a much feared German artillery piece, in part because of the terrible moaning sound of the rockets as they launched. This particular photograph taken during the Warsaw Uprising. So they threw their rocket attack. They threw a lot of rockets at once. They were quite scary because they sounded scary. Were they called screaming meanies? Maybe. And would saturate an area. This is not my artillery. This is German artillery. Where's it going to hit? Oh. Ha! Ha ha! Okay, Dearborn. Look at that. They thought we'd come down the flank. Ah, Wilson. Score 1. Smart Germans, but not smart enough. Okay, we still got to rescue the tankers. I see I didn't go to that hex. Panther tank approaching. Panzer Grenadiers. These are like elite Germans approaching. Oh my God. You guys are mean. It's almost like the Germans want to win here. And look, we've got a totally messed up Wilson squad. Now, at this time, I really have to think and try to finish this because time's running out, pressure's coming in. It's turn 4. What are my core goals? Let's keep focus here. I want to clear these guys before they recover. I want to take the objectives. I've got this guy here, a real opportunity. Why didn't my artillery fire? Maybe it's coming. I have this bad feeling I'm going to move in there and then my artillery's going to hit me. Yeah, another incredible mistake I've made. I'm very proud of myself for showing all the chaos that can happen. Though maybe not showing my tactical finesse. Okay, so I'm going to regret this. I'm going to get artilleried. I'm going to assault. Come on, guys. Pass them around. Oh, wow, I have a terrible chance of passing this.
Not possible, sir.
Wow, my morale checks are just terrible this match. I'm going to have to look at this later. It seems like it's unusually hard. Anyway, okay. That did not work. Let's, I'm going to try one more time. See, the bolstering's critical enough. Yeah, that's my problem. I'm not bolstering. Well, I'm not sure it's smart to do any more with him. Dearborn's in command. Let's see where his other... his other squad... See, I committed myself with these guys over here. This is... Wait, no, I thought this was... No, it's Wilson. I'm confused. Yes, Wilson's leading. Sorry. Okay. Looks like we still got a bug there, too, with both of them saying they're going on. That's why it's great you guys are testing, by the way, playing it, because it's helping us find bugs like this. So, anyway, it's Wilson. He's got a shot squad here. I can do one safe thing here. I'm going to move Wilson up and at least start bringing these guys back together with a rally. The downside of rally is the squad will not be usable for the turn, but they will be back in full morale for next turn. So let's do that. Plus, I haven't shown you guys this.
The Germans will break.
Okay. Oh, Wilson needed a little rally too. That's interesting. Now, I'm going to be slightly sneaky here. Anybody want to guess? They're spent, right? I can't use them. But remember, there's a way around this. So, if I press these guys, I can get, because they haven't been pressed before, I can get an order back. I have used Wilson up. Didn't think about that, but God, I am going to get screwed by not bolstering again. I've got to try though. Okay, here we go. Hey, yes, I think the morale check must rest on how tough the enemy is. It's been a while since I've written it. I'm going to have to look at that, but now I've got a really good chance here. Come on, guys, you got this.
Come on.
Yes. Yes. Oh, there was a leader there. Wow, why didn't he rally at the time? I guess he didn't have a chance yet. Okay, how about that? Things are looking a little better now. Cleared out the flank. Very, very good. Okay, I'm feeling good again. Things were stressful there, but I think we're okay. Now I've got one. It's still Wilson going. He's spent, and he can't press anybody. Is this guy activated? I could try. I could try for the gold here. I could try one more assault. Let's just try. It's probably going to fail. Chances are very low. You can see that donut there. But I have to try. Stupid. Yep. Well, push my luck, and without a leader there. All the consequences that flow from not bringing a leader into that assault. Amateur. Okay. Still, we have definitely made progress on the flank. Let's see if the artillery comes in.
Out drauf!
Oh, you're kidding me! Of course, the Nice job, guys.
Zack!
Wow, the Panzer. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm not planning this.
Alles in Deckung!
Wow. The Panzer Grenadiers and that leader just whacked my squad. Wow. Okay, I'm really happy that shows the AI. Man, Alan, Steve, I'm really proud of you guys. This is good. I know I should be, I'm too self-interested, but wow. I just got smacked. Oh, this is a tough fight. Okay, so, I feel guilty too. Burden of command, you know. I just lost that whole squad. If I'd been playing a long campaign, it got 3 stars, I'd know that squad. I might have given it a special name, you know, its own photo. And now they're all surrendered. Hopefully not all dead. We might get some stragglers back. And these Panzer Grenadiers are reinforcing the position. You know, I'm starting to feel like I'm losing now. I could swear moments ago I was feeling I was winning. Okay. Wow. That was a shock, and I was warned. I was warned, and I ignored the warning. Okay. Let's try to keep ourselves together. Wilson is not happy with the overplayer here, me, and what he did. Well, I guess I get to blame Wilson. So, what have I got here? I've still got a German down here, I believe. Let's bring the bases back on. Or have I cleared that? Hold on. Yeah, no, I've cleared. Good. Okay. Is that Germans there? No, there's no Germans there. Yeah, I'm all clear. Okay, well then I'm going to start bringing up fire to try to deal with this situation. How's this squad doing? Pretty good, actually, though they could use a rally. It's turn 4. And, boy. That's Wilson. I can't help him. Let's get Dearborn's group up. I think that's my best move. Can't move very fast, and these woods are so dense here. Got myself all jammed up. Boy, I'm really not sure what to do right now. Okay, I know what we'll do. Wilson's by himself here. Yes, he's by himself. He's going to join the squad. Yes, okay, of course. Is this his too? I think so. Up here north. Let's see. Yes, it is. Well, they need to come up. Let's bring them all in on the flank so they can help. Let's do that first. One of Dearborn's orders. I'm going to try to pay attention to my orders this time. You know, that German's still got orders. No, he doesn't. His squad doesn't. I can come over here and at least help these tankers. I think this was the objective, Hex. Alan, it might be nice to keep that marker all the time, but maybe at the beginning of the turn's fair. Secondary objective complete. Positive events unlocked. As planned, your men move past the burning Shermans and reach the wounded soldiers. After a long minute in the open, exposed on 2 sides, they secure the wounded. I'm sorry, I just love the history. So I gotta look. A combat miracle worker, fresh out. 14th of March, 1945, so it's right around this time. All right. That was a bit gutsy, but we rescued some... Oh, my gosh. Oh, my God. I'm getting punished for these risks. It's a Panther tank. Wow. Oh, okay, history studs. By the way, this tank is slightly mislabeled. Or actually not mislabeled. Not quite the proper tank for a Panther in the West. Some geek, I hope, can comment in the comment somewhere about what the proper tank should have been. We just haven't had time to correct to the proper Panther. Anyway, wow, I'm screwed. Now I'm thinking of withdrawing from the whole situation. Wow, and I'm spent. Wow, I have really been surprised a lot in this scenario. This is exciting. I sound like such a shill, but I really do mean it. This is fun for me. It's so much more fun than doing bugs. Okay. Wow. Wow. Panther. Okay. Help. Help. I wish I was doing this live with... You guys could give me some advice maybe at this point. Anyway. Okay. I've got one more squad over here. I'm going to move up. Things are not good now. And Dearborn himself is morale whacked. I think I might want to come over here and just rally both of us, trying to get ourselves organized again. I'm out of orders. Of course I am. Wow. And boy, it is hard to play this game fast and do it right. That's my weak excuse. I can see I should have played a little more like chess here and thought longer. I made too many rapid decisions, wrong ones. But let's keep going. I'm not going to, it's war, I can't chicken out here. I mean, you're committed, and it's snafu a bit right now. Situation normal, but all fucked up, as they said in World War II. But I'm going to keep going. Oh, God. Wow. Wow. Okay, Wilson's taking tank fire. Boy. Honestly, I'm really thinking I should withdraw. Now, let's look at, I think I might. Okay, let's look at, which will be interesting for you guys. And we spent about an hour here anyway. So the mission's a draw. I did get one of my objectives, or two of my objectives done. Is that true? It's greater than 2. I guess I have that flag, and I helped the tankers. And I've still got men. If this were a campaign, definitely might withdraw to keep going, because I think with the Panzer Grenadiers here and the tanks... wait. It's not all over. If I could just get the artillery to fire. I know what's going on here. I'm in trouble here, and the spotting requires me to be in good order, and I'm not. So that's why the artillery isn't coming in. I'm going to have to rally myself. But I'm out for next turn. I can't get Wilson away from the tank fire. Boy, what a mess. Snafu is the word. All right, I think the Germans have the upper hand now. Oh, wow, I'm going to lose Wilson soon.
Shit. Call the meat wagon.
Speak of the devil. Shit, call it the meat wagon. I just lost Wilson. Wow. More rockets. Okay, this is brutal. Push forward or fall back. The radio crackles. Wilson and Dearborn compete for bandwidth. But you already know what they will say. If we push, they might hit us before we can brace, First Sergeant Grant says aloud because someone has to. But if we fall back into the forest, and we'll just have to do all this again tomorrow. It's a shit deal either way. But thank God we already rescued the tankers. What's the call, Captain? Okay, burden of command decision here, folks. So Wilson would suggest we regroup. Dearson will want permission to, for an attack. We have to take that position. That's interesting. It ends the demo. Oh, yes, I know why. We have to fall back. Okay, so what's going on here is we're doing a cliffhanger deliberately. It may just be meta here as project lead. So we really wanted to give you guys a demo. But the advice we got on our marking size, if you give a full meal, a complete experience in a demo, then people are maybe very happy and satisfied, but then they don't go buy the game often. And we do have to survive. So the advice we were given is effective demo is cliffhanger. This is our cliffhanger. I kind of want to know what's going to happen. These are our decisions, but no matter what we do now, the demo is going to end. The good news for you is if you buy the game eventually, you'll be able to complete the scenario. Though I suspect you'll be sucked into playing the full campaign. And if you go try the demo right now, go do better than me. Come by the Discord, show me the way you did it. Maybe I should have gone through the farce and listened to Dearborn, but I would say my big problem was I was just too casual with the commitment of my leader actions. I just took too many risks without thought, and I probably wasn't, like Captain Winters, careful and methodical enough. So, you can get punished easily in this game, but personally I kind of enjoyed it. Alright, thanks everyone. I'll be back actually in the stream in a little bit. I'm going to try our other demo scenario, and maybe I can redeem myself a bit. I hope you enjoyed it. I did. Bye-bye.